0.11. This time we have no reported traffic. Wind direction 300.
His name is Dick Rutan. He's one of the most accomplished aviators of our time. As a decorated fighter pilot, experimental test pilot, and certified flight instructor, Rutan has soared into aviation history. For his achievements, Rutan has received countless honors, among them the Silver Star, the Purple Heart, 5 Distinguished Flying Crosses, 16 Air Medals, the Collier Trophy, and the Spirit of Flight Award. As pilot of the experimental aircraft Voyager, Rutan, with co-pilot Gina Yeager, circumnavigated the globe non-stop without refueling, setting 8 world records. By the time Voyager touched down in the Mojave Desert, 9 days, 3 minutes, and 44 seconds later, Rutan had proven, if you can dream it, you can do it.
3 feet, 2 feet, 1 foot.
Whether your dream is to fly a rocket into space or a Cessna into the wilderness, you can do it safely with planning, preparation, and communication. Communication, knowing who to talk to, what to say, how to say it, and when to say it is essential no matter what kind of airplane you fly.
Yeah, it's 8 o'clock essentially. Okay, he's rolling, Mike.
Before I took Voyager on her first test flight, thousands of man-hours were spent on mission planning, preparation, and pre-flight communication. As pilots, our success, our very lives depend on our ability to communicate effectively at all times. In this film, we're going to show just how important good communication skills are by following our pilot, Deb, as she flies from a non-towered airport to a towered airport.
All successful flights begin with thorough pre-flight planning, including a communications plan. Just as you compute takeoff and landing data and plan your route and fuel consumption, you also need to plan communications. Identify and write down all frequencies you think you might need, from takeoff to landing. If your flight takes you through Class B or C airspace, be sure to note appropriate approach control frequencies. When flying to and from a non-towered field, always monitor the local Common Traffic Advisory Frequency, also known as CTAF. Frequencies are listed on sectional charts and in airport directories. CTAF frequencies may be shared by several airfields, so listen up. Reduce distractions. Keep a sterile cockpit. Think about what you're going to say before you key the mic. Use standard phraseology as found in the AIM. Keep your transmissions concise and precise.
Birchwood traffic 408 inbound for landing.
If you're in doubt, ask for clarification.
408, this is Cessna 63541, taxiing from West Ramp to runway 01 left, Birchwood. Say your position and landing runway.
Birchwood traffic, Cessna 35408 inbound for 1 left, Birchwood.
To help keep a confusing situation from becoming a dangerous one, always state who you're calling, who you are, where you are, and what your intentions are. Proper use of CTAF builds situational awareness and increases the margin of safety for all pilots. Always identify your airfield, give your call sign, state your position and intentions, and end your transmission by repeating the airfield.
Birchwood traffic, Cessna 63541, taking runway 01 left for departure to the north, Birchwood.
Remember, at non-towered airports, some aircraft may be operating without radios, so keep a sharp lookout.
Here in Mojave, you can see everything, from experimental aircraft to general aviation aircraft, transport planes, jet fighters, and even a spacecraft.
Clear and effective communication makes it possible for all types of aircraft to safely share the same airspace and airport. And each and every one of us plays an important part by knowing and using correct phraseology.
Now let's join Deb as she continues her flight.
Beautiful day to fly. See Mount McKinley, Orator.
We'll see why it's so important to listen up and read back if you want to fly right.
Visibility 10, view clouds at 8,000. Altimeter 300.
Anchorage approach, this is Cessna 63541, 5 south of Big Lake at 3,500. Request?
Stand by.
You must establish two-way communication before entering Class C airspace. Unless your call sign has been acknowledged, you do not have clearance. Remember, approach control may be busy. You may not be the only one up there. Nationwide, there are more than 60 million arrival and departures every year at towered airports. More than half of those are general aviation operations. The potential for confusion is sky high. Read back, hear back errors can happen when there's a lot going on, and even when there's nothing going on.
Aircraft calling Anchorage approach south of Big Lake at 3,500. Say request.
Approach Cessna 63541, now 7 south of Big Lake at 3,500, squawking 1200, VFR to Merrill with information Foxtrot. Unfamiliar with the terminal airspace, request radar vectors.
Cessna 63541, squawk 2325, ident.
Successful communication depends on your listening skills just as much as your transmission skills.
Cessna 63541, radar contact, turn left heading 160, maintain at or above 2,000 vectors to Merrill.
Anchorage approach, Cessna 63541, turning left 180, descending to 2,000.
Don't make the mistake of hearing what you expect or want to hear, rather than your actual ATC instruction.
Cessna 63541, negative, that's 160 on the heading.
Air traffic controllers' #1 goal is to ensure our safety. As pilots, we need to do our part.
Cessna 63541, turning left 160, descending to 2,000.
Your best defense against these types of errors is active listening. Maintain situational awareness. Continuously monitor the frequency chatter. Make note of ATC instructions as needed. Repeat all heading, altitude, and airspeed instructions. Keep transmissions precise and concise. If you don't understand an instruction, ask ATC to say again.
Cessna 63541, Merrill Airport, 10 o'clock, 4 miles, just east of the large buildings downtown. Report airport in sight.
Cessna 63541 has airport in sight.
Cessna 63541, expect runway 24, contact tower 126.0.
Effective communications requires you to listen and think before you speak. Always use proper phraseology. An accurate readback is vital. I know. As a U.S. Air Force fighter pilot, I flew 325 combat missions in Vietnam, 105 of those as a MISTI forward air controller. My mission was to identify targets while flying fast and low. Then I direct Air Force and Navy fighter strikes against the targets. Following proper communication protocol was vital to mission success and to my survival. Sloppy communication didn't cut it out there, and it doesn't cut it out here either.
Cessna 541, wind 220 at 6, runway 24, cleared to land.
Merrill Tower, Cessna 541, cleared to land, runway 24.
Runway incursions are highly unpredictable events. Always remain alert.
Cessna 93018, hold short runway 24, landing traffic.
Cessna 93018, holding short runway 24.
Scan the runway and touchdown zone for potential conflicts. Be prepared to go around.
Merrill Tower, Cessna 541 going around.
Cessna 63541, go around right side of runway. Left crosswind your discretion.
And remember, it's never okay to land over the top of another aircraft.
Incredibly, many runway incursions happen after a pilot has received and acknowledged a hold short instruction, but enters the runway or crosses the hold line anyway. Failure to land on an assigned runway is another common mistake.
Runway incursions like this can happen anywhere. Be especially cautious operating from an airport with parallel runways.
Golden Eagle 2 Alpha Foxtrot, wind 300 at 5, runway 31 left, clear to land. Golden Eagle 2 Alpha Foxtrot, runway 31 left, clear to land. Cessna 8 November Yankee 31 right at Delta, position and hold. Cessna 8 November Yankee, position and hold, runway 31 right at Delta.
Cleared or not, never enter the runway without one last scan. Your scan is a crucial link in the safety chain.
Golden Eagle 2 Alpha Foxtrot, please call the tower after shutdown. Cessna 8 November Yankee, position and hold 31 right at Delta.
Tower, Cessna 8 November Yankee, position and hold runway 31 right at Delta.
Each and every one of us, pilots and controllers alike, are responsible for safety. Remember, you're not alone out there, so communicate. Controllers can get distracted too. If you suspect you've been forgotten or you have a concern about a potential conflict, call the tower.
Citation 486, 3 mile final, runway 31 right, clear to land. Tower, Cessna 8 November Yankee, still holding 31 right at Delta.
Cessna 8 November Yankee, runway 31 right at Delta, clear to immediate takeoff.
They may have forgotten you.
It's no secret I love to fly. When I decided to fly to Alaska, I started with a thorough flight plan. That included communications.
Starship 4 Romeo Sierra, wind 220 at 6, runway 24, clear to land. Merrill Tower, Starship 4 Romeo Sierra, clear to land, runway 24.
And remember, whether you're flying a Starship or a Super Cub, the fundamentals are always the same. The airport's busy today. Lots of distractions.
Big orange cones and flashing lights on his train.
Our pilot Deb is getting ready to head for home, but she's still got to stay sharp.
This is Airman, taxiway Romeo closed between taxiway.
Because an unfamiliar airport, or even a familiar one, can challenge the best of us.
Poor weather, construction, or heavy traffic can make it tough for any pilot. Use the ATIS and airfield diagrams to help you plan your taxi and departure.
Merrill Ground, Cessna 63541 at Aerotech with India. Request intersection departure, runway 24 at Juliet.
Cessna 63541, taxi to runway 24 at Juliet.
Merrill Ground, Cessna 63541, taxiing.
Clearance to taxi to a runway gives you permission to cross all intersecting runways and taxiways, but it does not clear you to cross or enter your assigned runway.
Cessna 63541.
If you need help, ask for progressive taxi instructions.
Cessna 63541, tower on 126.0.
Similar call signs on the same radio frequency are a fact of life. Controllers as well as pilots can be confused by similar call signs or aircraft.
541, runway clear for takeoff. Merrill Tower 541 at Kilo, are you talking to me?
Merrill Tower, Cessna 63541 is holding at Juliet.
Aircraft holding at Kilo, confirm call sign. Rail tower says a 75541 holding short at Kilo.
Be especially cautious if you have both a similar call sign and appearance to another aircraft.
Cessna 63541, request intersection departure, runway 24 at
A controller will specify an intersection departure if that's what he or she wants you to do.
Cessna 75541, hold short at Kilo. Cessna 63541, runway 24 at Juliet, clear for takeoff.
Cessna 63541, runway 24
Remember,
at Juliet.
if you are at an
clear for
intersection and the controller gives you a takeoff clearance with full length in
takeoff.
it,
Thanks and good day.
or omits the intersection designation, call the controller for clarification.
Standard phraseology keeps us safe in the sky and on the runway. Always plan for communication success. Thorough flight prep includes a solid communications plan.
And remember, if you're ever in doubt, ask for
Clear
clarification.
position and landing runway.
Know and use proper communication phraseology. It's the only way to guarantee mutual understanding and situational awareness.
Runway incursions are highly unpredictable events. Always remain alert.
Always state who you're calling, who you are, where you're at, and what you want.
ATC may direct you to do something that wasn't in your plan. Listen up and write down instructions.
And finally, never enter a runway without first looking left and right.
Your scan is a crucial link in the safety chain.
Dick, thank you for taking your time to help us all learn about communications.
You bet, glad to.
As you know, communications is vital, whether you're a student pilot or a decorated veteran.
Hey, let's go fly.
Let's go.
Okay.